In this video, I'll be sharing with you a requested tutorial on how to cut this stylish queen and neckline corset with wrapper draping at the front. So to start, I'm going to draft the upper part of this dress, which is the shoulder to bust, under bust, waist. Then I'm adding 5 inches. This dress is an inbuilt corset. Now, after you're done marking this, you want to go ahead to mark your shoulder divided by 2 and add half because this dress has a sleeve. I'm going to come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope, and for the neckline I'll mark a basic neckline of 3 inches. Then for the depth I'll also use 3 inches. I'll just use it as a guide, and after marking that, what I'll do is to connect. I'll go ahead to place my ruler and I'm going to connect it. Now after connecting it, I'm going to connect it to my shoulder slope. Then the next step I'm going to take is to find my chest line. Then to find your chest line is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. Whatever I have, I'll make a mark there and I'll be drawing out a straight line. Now place that your tape and mark your shoulder divided by 2 and add half because this dress has a sleeve. That half inch is for attaching the sleeve. If you don't mark the half inch now, you can add it later when transferring your pattern to fabric. Divide what you have here into 2 and you're going to come in by half inch. So here you're going to mark your bust measurement divided by 4. After marking that, you want to go ahead to connect all the way up and then connect to your bust circumference divided by 4. Now this is what I have here. The next step is to start marking your dart. Measure your nipple to nipple divided by 2 and you're going to mark this all the way to the blouse length. After marking this, you want to go ahead to place your ruler to connect. I'm going to connect this, drawing a straight line all the way to the blouse length. Now after marking this, go ahead to measure from your neckline to the remaining part of your shoulder, divide it by 2. After marking, place your ruler and connect all the way up. Now the next step you want to take, you're going to mark your under bust tightening. I'm using 1 inch because my bust is on the smaller size. Your bust is 35 to 38, mark 1 inch here and 1.5 on the other side. Then if your bust is above that or your bust is bigger, you mark 1.5 inches at both sides. So the next step I'll take is to go ahead to connect this all the way back. Then I will also connect the other side of my pattern. Now the next step I'll take is to connect from the bust to the under bust, and then I will connect on the other side also. Now this is what I have at this point. After I'm done marking this, the next step I'll take is to go ahead to blend this out all the way to the bust area. Now place your tape and determine where you want your yoke to start. I'm using 6.5 inches from the shoulder, or you can measure from your chest line. If I measure from my chest line, I'm using 1.5 inches above my bust because my bust is on the smaller size. Let's say if you have a fuller bust, you should consider using 2 inches or 2.5. My over bust tightening, I'm using 0.75. This is because my bust is below 34, like I have a smaller bust. Now let's say your bust is 35.5, you use 1 inch here, then on the other side you use 1.5 inches. Let's insert our body measurement. At your bust, you're going to mark your bust circumference divided by 4. Now for the dart I'm going to take, I'll be picking this dart that I have at the upper bust of my pattern, then I'll replace it and add half inch to it. So here I'm going to place my tape and I'll mark the under bust measurement divided by 4. Then I'll measure this dart here, that is the under bust tightening, replace it, then I'll add just half inch. Now you don't need much sewing allowance for this pattern because you're making an inbuilt corset. Mark your waist measurement divided by 4, then you pick your dart here, replace it, then add half inch. Make sure that all the dart you remove, you replace it back by this side. I'll be marking my hip measurement divided by 4. I'll pick the dart intake, replace it and add my sewing allowance. Now after doing that, I'll just go ahead to connect my pattern from the bust to the under bust. Now from the under bust to the waist, and from the waist I will connect it back all the way to the lower part. Now let's go ahead to mark our bust dart. To get your bust dart is the difference between your shoulder to waist in front and your shoulder to waist at the back. My shoulder to waist in front is 17, while my shoulder to waist at the back is 15.5. If you take 15.5 out of 17, you will have 1.5. So that is how I marked it by the side and connected to the nipple to nipple point. Then I'll just go ahead to slash it out to indicate I have a dart by the side. Now the next step is to go ahead to alter this pattern, coming in by 1/2 inch for my corset bridge, and then I will be connecting. So you can come up a bit by 1/2 inch after your chest line. I used my chest line because the neckline of the cup is a bit high. So from this point now, what you do is to connect this to the upper part. I'm going to be using my free hand to connect this to try and get the shape of the cup that I want. Now after I'm done connecting, you want to blend this to make sure that it is matching the other side. Then I will take it to the end. Now the next step is also to mark the other side, but before doing that, I'll outline my corset cup. Now to mark the cup on the other side, you're going to mark your nipple to nipple divided by 2 and add 1/2. If your bust is fuller, you can consider adding 1 inch by this side. Now you'll be blending this out to mark your cup. So what I'll do now is to go ahead to place my tape and mark my nipple to nipple divided by 2 and add 1/2 because my bust is on the smaller size. Then I'll go ahead to connect. After connecting, this is what I have. I'll go ahead to use my marker to outline this part. Now the next step is to go ahead to work on the neckline and the lower part of this dress. Also outline the upper part of the neckline. The neckline, I'll come out by 1/2 inch from originally what I have, or you can still maintain that 3 inches. Then I'll come out a bit. If you check the neckline, it's as if another lace fabric was put or a border lace was used. So all you have to do is just to draw out this design, and then you cut it, turn it with a lining, then you get a border lace or a design and then place on top of it. Start seeing in this dress. So I'll come up by 1/2 inch and slant it into the neckline. So this is to tighten the shoulder at this point. So this is what I have. Then I'm going to outline the rest of the dress. I'll make this cup a 3-part corset. I'll connect from here to this point and then connect to the other side. It's easier to have a deeper cup when you're making your corset with a 3-part corset. A 3-part cup, sorry. Now I'll just label this and we're going to work on the lower part of this dress. Now for the lower part, I'm going to come up by 1.5 or 2 inches here. This totally depends. Then I'll blend here out and then connect. So we are done with the upper part of this dress. It's an inbuilt corset. You're going to make this, then make the back pattern, attach your skirt to it, and then drape the wrapper on top. But first, let's go ahead to cut this out. Now when cutting this side, blend out your darts and then cut it. If you have any questions so far, please kindly go ahead to ask. Now this dart here, you chop it out. Then you go ahead to cut out the rest of this pattern. Now also you want to merge your cup when you're cutting this so that you now cut it out as a 3-part cup. Now for the lower part of this dress, you can go ahead to blend out the dart on the dress and cut it as one piece, or you can go ahead to just slash out the dart and join it back. Let's cut out the back pattern. For the back pattern, I've gone ahead to mark out the basic measurement. I used a 3.5 inches neckline and marked the chest line the same way we got that of the front. For the depth of the neckline, I used 1.5. So next you want to mark your darts. So I'll start by marking my nipple to nipple divided by 2, then I will connect. So I'm just going to mark from the waist, from the shoulder to waist first, then I'll work on the other part. I'll mark ½ inch on both sides, come down by 1 inch from the bust, and I'll connect on both sides of my pattern. So after I'm done connecting, this is what I have. Now I'll insert my bust measurement divided by 4, add ½ inch, mark my waist measurement divided by 4. I'll go ahead to pick the dart I have here, replace and add ½ inch. Now after this, I will now work on the upper part. I just want to explain the upper part then before we connect the lower part. Now for the lower part, you add extra 5 inches just like we did for the front. And remember, your shoulder to waist in front and your shoulder to waist at the back, it's not the same. Go ahead to measure it because we are using the bust dart technique. So what I will do now is to go ahead to join this together. So after joining it, I'll mark out my waistline. Then after marking my waistline, from that point, I'm going to add additional 5 inches for the blouse length. Then I'll mark it to the end and I will draw out a straight line at that point. After drawing this out, you want to go ahead to mark your nipple to nipple divided by 2. Then I will connect. Then after connecting, I like using a straight dart for my back pattern just in case I want to blend out my dart and I don't want to cut it out. So I'll extend the dart legs all the way down. Here I'll mark the hip measurement divided by 4. When you measure your darts, sure that what you have is ½ inch, replace and add ½ inch by the side of your dress. Then you now go ahead to connect. Now after connecting, this is what I have for the back pattern. So you can come up by 1.5 to 2 inches by the side of your pattern. Now after that, you want to just go ahead to connect. I like my back pattern being slightly higher than that of the front so that you can easily see it when you're putting on the dress. Now this is what I have. Let's alter it to get the design we are going for. And first, I'll just go ahead to outline to make it visible. The eyelet area, I'll be using 3 inches here and I'll come in by 1 inch because that's the design at the back. Then I will go ahead to connect. Now this is what I have here. Now the next step you also want to do is to extend this line to your chest line at the upper part because that is where your lacing will start. Then outline your chest line. You want to come down by ½ inch to tighten the upper part of your pattern, the lacing, to avoid it from popping up when you're putting on your dress. So I'll come up by 1.5 here. Then from here, I will come in by ½ inch. Then I will go ahead to connect. After connecting, I'll make a dot to indicate I have a lacing. And this is what I have here. Now I'll tighten the yoke by coming up by ½ inch and I'll connect. Then I'll go ahead to slash this out. After this, we are done with the back pattern and I'll go ahead to cut out. So if you have any questions so far, please kindly go ahead to ask. Now I'll blend out my back pattern and I'll cut it as one piece. So if you don't want to cut yours as one piece, you can equally go ahead to slash the dart lines and join it back. So do whatever that works for you. So after that, we'll go ahead to cut out the skirt pattern. So for the skirt pattern, I'll just be using this measurement for the skirt. So what you need is place your tape at your waist, mark 7 inches. If you're working on a taller person's dress, you can use 8 inches for the hip measurement. Then I'll mark out a straight line. Now after marking this, line your waistline at the upper part. Now from your pattern, you're going to place your tape at your waist and you're going to measure your waist to knee point. This is very important. I'm not using my actual knee measurement. So I'm just going to place my ruler to draw out a straight line there. This will help when you're contouring your skirt, right, to have that fitted effect. From that knee point, come up by 2 inches. Now when you come up by 2 inches, you're going to draw out a straight line, because that will be serving as a reference point when you're drafting your skirt. Now I'll just indicate that, and I'll use this as the total length of the dress. You want to mark your waist measurement divided by 4. When I'm marking a dress for a corset, I don't add that. Then I'll add ½ inch by the side. Now on the hip, you're going to mark your hip measurement divided by 4. I'll mark the hip measurement divided by 4, just add ½ inch. Please, when you're marking yours, use any sewing allowance of your choice, right? Go back and measure what I have on my hip. If you want the skirt to be very fitted, you take 2 inches away from your hip measurement and mark. But if you want it to be on the moderate side, whatever measurement you have on your hip, you take out 1.5 inches and you mark. So you start marking this from that 2 inches we went up from the knee. This will help when you're connecting your skirt pattern. Connect from your hip to the upper part, and then you're going to connect all the way to that 2 inches you came up. So I noticed I didn't mark that measurement, so whatever I have on my hip, take out 1.5 or 2 inches and you connect it to that point. Then from there, you're going to extend this all the way down. So after connecting to this point, please blend out your pattern to make sure that you don't have a pointy edge at the hip. Then you now go ahead to cut this out. So after cutting out, this is what you have. So to mark the back pattern, all you have to do is to place your front on the back, and then you add your zipper allowance. For your zipper allowance, you can use 1.5 to 2 inches. So this is what I have here. I'll be coming down by ½ inch, and I will connect this to my waistline. This is to avoid having any pop-up at the zipper part. I'll also come in by ½ inch here from the zipper allowance, and from my hip I'll come up by ½ inch. Then I'll connect to that point. This is so that my zipper will relax very well at the back. Now this ½ inch I took out from the zipper at the front, I'll replace it by the side to avoid shortening my measurements. What I'll do is just to place another paper and I'll tape it down. Then I'll replace that ½ inch. So after outlining there, what I'll do is to come up by ½ inch, just the same way we did towards the hip. Then come out by ½ inch. Then after marking that, I'm going to connect it this way. Another thing is that it makes the hip side not to be very pointy, or to avoid having any sharp edge towards the hip. Now you cut this out, and after cutting it out, you now cut out this ½ inch you added at the front part of the zipper, and here is your back skirt pattern. So for the wrapper at the front of this dress, use this little clip to illustrate. What you do is pin your wrapper to the side and you're going to tack it. After you're done pinning it, you're going to take it to the side and you're going to tack. Measure what you have here and make sure it's equal to the other side. Then you also repeat the same thing here, place it and tack to the other side.